Welcome back in, you guys. I have a juicy story for us today. Don't mind me, I just got off work, but after saying that, we're going to jump right on into it, okay? So, here we go. Am I the a-hole for sending my family an angry email because they still speak to my ex-husband and even have him over, especially in light of his present relationship with a girl 20 years younger than him? Save the judgment till the end, you guys. I know what you're doing. I know what you're thinking. Save it to the end.
No. Wait.
I know what y'all are doing. I know what you're thinking. So, here we go. So, basic background is I'm 42 with 2 kids, age 14 and 12, and signed divorce papers in April after almost 2 years of it being drug out, trying to get my fair share of him. From him. My bad. I'm having trouble speaking today. Sorry. So, the details of why are not important, but I'm angry, I'm embarrassed, lost and sad any given moment of the day. A lot of this has to do with the feeling like I've been replaced by a 23-year-old surfing instructor who is everything I'm not. Ooh, there it is. There it is right there. If you caught that, let me know in the comments. My husband and kids claim that she is just his friend and helping him learn his lifelong desire to surf, but, not saying that word, give me a break. My husband has primary custody because he had better lawyers who were able to manipulate some minor missteps on my part into the court, seeing them as a huge deal. So this past weekend, I picked up the kids and said, we were going to visit my parents. They said they would rather use their season passes to SeaWorld since they spent all weekend with my parents and Aunt Stacy and Uncle Brian. My brother and sister, who I didn't even know were in town. I was like, your dad took you? They said yes, that my parents had invited him over to see everyone. I was devastated because while I don't get along with my brother and sister and my mom, they let my ex-husband know they were coming and not me. I can't even let that sink in without tears forming. I sort of jested that, oh, and let me guess, Miss Surf Instructor was there too. My daughter said, well, actually, we all went to her house in Ocean Beach because she gave Stacy and Brian lessons after ours. That included my mom and dad. Ooh, that is, I can understand. Yeah.
Caught your negative thoughts.
I understand how you feel there. I get it. I see why you're so upset. Guys, you got to think, if you were in her shoes, how would you feel? Let's continue. Save the judgment till the end. Let's continue. I was so devastated, I took the kids back home and just went home and cried for an hour. Oh, that's sad. When I was done, I sent a furious email to my entire family how inappropriate they all had been, and then not only hanging out with my ex for an entire weekend, but his little chippy, as well as a massive slap in the face, and the fact that they didn't even tell me that they were in town, let alone invite me, makes me feel so alone. I understand that. I get it. My mom was the only one to respond, and she basically said, yes, it was rude. We didn't tell you Stacy and Brian were here, and we shouldn't have done that, but we didn't divorce Bradley. Ooh. Oh, let me know how you would feel in the comments if your family said that to you after your divorce and after doing this to you. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. And we still see him as our son. I get that too. I understand both sides here. Ooh, this is a tough one. This one's actually a tough one. Let me know what you all are thinking so far. This email, along with your behavior over the last 5 years, should really give you insight into why we might not want you at family events. She's hurting. She's hurt. I need a little more context to what was specifically in that email. Ugh, I don't know. This is a tough one. This is a deep one. I don't know. I don't know yet. In so many words, she called me an a-hole for sending the email. Was I? So you're not an a-hole for explaining the way you feel and your feelings to your family, and you're not an a-hole for the way you feel. I get it. I understand. I don't know. I need to know what's in the email. I need to know what you sent in that email to actually to tell you what I think. Because without more context of what was in that email and a little bit more, I don't know. So there's an edit. To the people installing their own narrative on my post, you are the a-hole. Just read what I wrote in the OP for your decision. Okay. So she did. Let me see if I can find that here. Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. I apologize. I could not find the email. I don't know if it was taken down, removed, what happened, but I did go in and look at the comments, and there's some interesting comments here that kind of shine light on this matter a little bit more. So here we go. Somebody said, probably you are the a-hole. I feel like there's some curating of information here, reading between the lines, so to speak. So number 1, father has primary custody. That would have been good to know. Number 2, you don't get along with your family. Okay. But number 3, following the news, you punished your kids by doing nothing with them instead of making alternating plans. Number 4, your family highlighted your behavior for over 5 years and as being the problem. There may be more to the context of this, but it seems like you might need to take a look at your pattern of behaviors and actions. Time to accept some personal responsibility for your situation. And an edit. You had an affair. See, that would be known as curating. It's official. You are the a-hole. What?
See, I needed more context here. You're the one that had the affair. You were making it seem like he was having an affair. See, I knew there was more to this story.
I knew it. Yeah. Apparently, she's the one that had the affair. So, and then she also said that she was trying to get what she was owed and what she was deserved in that divorce. If you caught that. And then come to find out she's the one that had the affair to begin with. Second edit. For everyone who can't figure out how I know about the affair, try clicking on the username and reading the multiple comments by OP on the topic. Ooh. Yeah. So that's the tea there. That's ooh. And I would like to include the fact that the ex is the father of the children and will always have a relationship with their grandparents. Good on him to want it to be positive for the children, and she cannot decide who her parents/siblings see, no matter how much it hurts her. Yeah. That's the tea right there, you guys. I knew there was more. I don't know. It sounds like there might be more context to this story, but who knows? I'm not the one living their lives. You aren't either. So who knows what's really going on there? But if she really did have that affair, she's the a-hole. Yeah, I get being hurt, but you've got to change your behavior. You've got to change the way you treat people and the bitterness inside you, in your heart. And maybe it might go a little bit more your way. Who knows? And you need to still be friends with, if it's possible, still be friends with the children's parent. Co-parenting. I hope you've heard of that. You've got to get rid of that bitterness, and you got to forgive. I'm telling you, because that bitterness inside you, it shows. It starts eventually to show, and people can tell. In most cases, you can't see it, but other people surely can. I don't know. that's my 2 cents. I don't know what my 2 cents is actually worth. Maybe it's just 2 cents. Who knows? I would like to know your 2 cents. Maybe it's worth even more. Let me know in the comments what you guys think and your 2 cents about it. And do not forget,
Follow me for more, you guys, and don't forget to like the video. I'll wait. Just kidding. Ciao, till next time.
also, don't forget, go and like and subscribe to my YouTube page. That's just the nice and kind thing to do. Enjoy!